Christmas and welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Continuing with the Saranac Beers of Winter mix pack, this is the Belgian Ale, which, as 𝐼𝐸 pointed out, is a total redundancy because it says Belgian Ale right there, and then right underneath it, it says Belgian Style Ale. I don't know what they were thinking with that. And as an English major, I got to correct their grammar. Belgian style should be hyphenated. I actually reviewed this beer last year, so this is a re-review for me, but, I got the beer, might as well review it, why not, I'm just going to read the description really quick. This deliciously fruity ale is brewed with a generous amount of Belgian aromatic malt, hand-selected hops, and a traditional Belgian ale yeast. Brewed in the Trappist style, our Saranac Belgian style ale's fruity, malty character will leave you craving another bottle. Enjoy. They also have the word Trappist in quotes. And now, if they intended for this to be a Trappist beer, I'm going to use my Trappist glass. This is the official 𝐒𝐚𝐽 glass. But I'll turn the logo around the other way. I'm not sure if the monks want to endorse an upstate New York craft brew. I can smell the beer already. It smells pretty good, and it does kind of smell. I do smell that Belgian yeast strain right away. It's that very spicy character. Yeah, it is fruity, kind of like cherry, plum maybe. Yeah, and it's clove too. A little bit of clove in there. As for the body, well, now you can finally see this in the light. This is actually, I would say it's like an orange color. Pretty hazy. A lot of carbonation. Head's pretty thin, but, that's to be expected. I hate these Trappist glasses that you actually don't really get a whole lot of head on them. Anyways, let's see how it tastes. Wow. The first thing you notice is like this really spicy kick to it. It does still have the basic properties of a beer, which is good. It's not quite as intense as 𝐒𝐚𝐽 Red, which I think is what they're going for. Yeah, it's and then now I'm getting kind of definitely a clove flavor in there, and it's very yeasty. It's kind of like that typical dry, powdery kind of aftertaste, but the spice lingers, which I like. So it's, that's what you want in a winter beer, is like that spicy pep, It kind of dances on your palate. It's not tearing it up, I think it's a fairly drinkable beer. And, again, it's Saranac, so they're not going to be making the super intense beers. I believe this was only 5.5% alcohol. I'll have to look that up, but, obviously what they're going for here is to take, like, 𝐒𝐚𝐽 Red, a Belgian double, and make it very American-friendly. And I think in that regards they've done that. Getting some nice lacing on the glass there, I'm surprised. I like it. This is a very, very drinkable Belgian style ale. I mean, that's exactly what the bottle says, Belgian style ale. Don't be like a Belgian ale, as Brett pointed out, would basically be twice as intense as this in terms of flavor and potency and just body overall. It's not quite as effervescent as a authentic Belgian beer, like especially a Trappist beer, because it's not bottle conditioned. It's not quite super filtered. It's a pretty hazy beer, so I'm sure there's maybe a little bit of yeast still in here or whatever, but it's not quite as bubbly and spritzy as a Chimay would be, or really any Trappist beer, because they're bottle conditioned. This probably would have an official expiration date on it. I like it. It's especially for me to say that it is pretty good, because I'm not a big fan of the Belgian style authentic Belgian beers. I don't really care for that yeasty, dry kind of taste, but I do like the fruitiness. And this is kind of like a liquid fruit salad. It's like plum, raisin, cherry, and then you get like this kind of malty richness, fairly sweet, and there's like a hop crispness on the end there. It's a little bit watery, but that's okay, because I would not say this is a mild beer. Compared to some of the other Saranac beers, which are just like, they just kind of, like you drink them, just like, This, as soon as I poured it, I could smell it, and as soon as it hits your palate, you're noticing flavor, so it's not a beer you can just kind of shrug off, so. I like it, it's good. And, especially now, how far I've come in the last year, now I can really appreciate this beer. So I remember giving this, and actually I just rewatched my video from last year. Last year I gave it A-. This year I would say 8, which is probably like a B+. It's a very good beer. It's not quite up there with the 9s and the 10s, but it's very drinker friendly, and they did a very good job of Americanizing a very niche Belgian style. So for that, you got to give Saranac major kudos for that. So.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.